In the frozen forests and storm-lashed coasts of northern Europe, centuries ago, craftsmen were producing wood that could survive decades, even centuries, exposed to relentless cold, rain and salt air. This wasn't magic, and it wasn't alchemy. It wasn't even modern chemicals. What these northern builders achieved was the result of careful observation, patience and techniques honed over generations. They understood wood at a level most modern builders have forgotten. Today we're going to uncover these methods, showing you how to take ordinary softwood and make it resilient against rot, pests and the elements. But before we dive in, if you're a fan of historical survival techniques, woodworking or practical, time-tested solutions, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, share this with fellow enthusiasts, and subscribe to Warfront Survival so you don't miss the next deep dive. Now, let's get into the real craft of Northern Timber Mastery. Northern craftsmen knew that the foundation of durable wood wasn't in chemicals or coatings. It was in selecting the right material at the right moment. Trees were felled in late winter or early spring, when the sap was low and the wood was dormant. Softwoods like pine, spruce and fir, harvested during this period, contained far less moisture than those cut during the growing season. This simple timing drastically reduced the likelihood of rot from the very beginning. For backyard builders, the lesson is clear. Don't rush. If you harvest wood yourself or buy local timber, aim for dormant season wood. Even small projects like garden benches or raised beds benefit immensely from starting with properly timed material. Once harvested, northern builders never used freshly cut wood. Instead, they air-dried it, often for a year or more, in ventilated, covered spaces. This slow seasoning hardened the fibres while preventing cracks and warping. Modern shortcuts, placing wood in direct sun or using heat to dry it quickly, might save time but will weaken the internal structure, leaving it vulnerable to decay. In your backyard, replicate this method by storing timber in a shaded area with airflow on all sides, allowing it to dry naturally. The patience pays off with a foundation of stable, durable wood that's ready for further treatment. One technique that might seem counterintuitive today was controlled charring. Craftsmen briefly exposed the surface of wood to fire, creating a thin carbon layer that repelled moisture, insects and fungi. The inner core remained flexible and strong, while the exterior became almost impervious to decay. Planks treated this way, under the harshest northern conditions, could survive centuries. For backyard use, you can achieve a similar effect with a propane torch or carefully controlled fire. Hold the flame close enough to blacken the surface without burning through, then brush away loose soot. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's a centuries-old method that genuinely strengthens wood against environmental hazards. Charring alone wasn't enough. Craftsmen supplemented the carbon layer with natural oils and resins, often using pine tar made by slowly burning resin. Pine tar acted as a waterproofing agent and contained antiseptic properties that prevented mold, insects and rot. Some craftsmen soaked planks in resin or applied multiple coats over months, allowing the wood to absorb the protective compounds deeply. Today, you can recreate this by sourcing pine tar or making your own from pine resin. Warm it gently and rub it into the fibres with a cloth, focusing on surfaces exposed to rain, sun or heavy use. This ensures longevity while keeping your wood natural and chemical-free. Northern woodcraft wasn't just about treatment, it was about smart design. Builders used overlapping boards, angled joints and wooden pegs to control water flow and prevent pooling. Flat surfaces were avoided and timber was allowed to expand and contract without splitting. This intelligence in design was as critical as the treatments themselves, turning even ordinary wood into structures that lasted for centuries. In your backyard, simple design choices, like angled planters, slightly sloped bench seats, and overlapping boards, can make a dramatic difference when paired with treated timber. Applying these methods, transforms ordinary wood into heirloom-quality material. A shed built with softwood harvested in winter, slowly air-dried, lightly charred, and treated with pine tar will withstand rain, sun and pests far longer than untreated timber. Outdoor furniture, fences, garden beds and even stored firewood benefit from the same approach. The key isn't expensive coatings or synthetic preservatives, it's understanding wood, timing and the environment, just as northern craftsmen did. These methods weren't lucky, they were deliberate. By combining seasonal harvesting, patient drying, controlled charring, natural oiling and intelligent joinery, you're not just building structures, you're connecting with a centuries-old legacy of practical ingenuity. Whether you're a historian, a survivalist or simply someone seeking durable natural wood, these techniques deliver results that, honestly, modern construction often can't match. If you found this guide valuable, share it with fellow enthusiasts. Leave a comment with your own experiences or questions, and make sure to subscribe to Warfront Survival. By doing so, you'll keep learning, experimenting, and applying the forgotten wisdom of northern craftsmen in your own backyard. Ordinary softwood can be transformed into timber that truly stands the test of time, and now you know how to make it happen.